Hello guys, today I would like to talk about the building the bankroll and escaping the microstakes, because all we want is to get out the microstakes and playing good games and earning a lot of money. And the microstakes has so much variance, and that you sometimes you get frustrated because you cannot just escape that. Every time you make a good run, it drops back because the variance just kills you. So to build your bankroll management these days needs some adjustments. Adjustments to the appointments you make with your plan. Let's say if you're talking about the conservative way of building the bankroll, it's like sticking to your plan, like having a 50 buy-ins for every game you're playing, every level you're playing. Like, hey, I'm starting to play like Zoom Poker, and I need to have 40 buy-ins for 5 NL, and then I have to have 40 buy-ins to 10 NL to move up. Well, that's cool, that's good, that's a conservative way to play, and you might achieve your goal. But there's two problems with that. Is that if we compare the people playing today, bad players playing today and bad players played like 5 or 6 years ago, is a huge difference. They're still bad players, a lot, enough, but they're not stacking off their stack too lightly. Let's say in 5-6 years ago, if you have pocket kings or pocket aces, you raise 3-bet, 5-bet, 6-bet, they push it all in with ace queen. Today it will not happen more enough to beat the variance. Mostly they're gonna call with ace queen, and if they hit the top pair, they're gonna, like a queen, they're gonna check call, check call, check call, never check raise you there. Like never, but not enough times to get paid very well with kings there. So you're gonna get the 3 streets of value, but it will, like, you win like 50 buy-in. Well, you're gonna win like 50 big blind stack, but never like 100 big blind stack. So I'm speaking about the average players. I'm not speaking about all players. There are some exceptions who are gonna stick it all in with ace jacks or something, but in the way poker are evolving and changing, they learn from their mistakes. So they did not improve the game well enough to fold ace queen sometimes before, because of playing a little bit more aggressively and fold to the aggression. That's not the level still, but they're not like sticking all in with dominated hands, and so it's not so easy to stack off even a bad player today. That's the conclusion. That's first. And second thing, the variance is still the same. Maybe even more when they call more. Because they're gonna call a lot of times with like top pair hands. They can improve. They can improve to 2 pairs or trips. So that's the about variance. So when you add like 5 or 6 years, or when they stacking off light, it's like covers all this bad variance. But today, when they are not stacking up lightly pre-flop or even on the flop, check raise all in with just top pair, that doesn't cover this bad run, bad beat enough. So by doing this, like by building your bankroll conservative way, it's still possible. But in order to do that, you have to put out a lot of volume, like to play a lot of hands, a lot of tables more often, and try to build your bankroll, and it will cost you some time. Maybe you will not have enough time for yourself, enough time for your life, personal life, private life, or for your friends and so on. So if you want to do that real conservative way, you have to have a lot of spare time, and that's what we don't have today. Unless people who are studying or working, they always have some their private life, so it's real hard. But there are some other ways. Another way I discovered is like to have some challenges and to have some bankrupt builders methods, which includes a lot of uh, high variance in your bankroll management. But if you have a good run, if you be in the period when you have a good run, you can build your bankroll very quickly in a real short time. So what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the rule, like forget the rule about 50 buy-ins every level, but just say, hey, I'm gonna use like 20 buy-ins every level. A real aggressive bankroll management style. And in order to do that, you have to consider some variation, but also some things first to do, some to understand. First of all, you have to have a good discipline in you. You have to stick to your plan. If you say I have 20 buy-ins, or even I'm gonna be more aggressive, I'm gonna use 10 buy-in stack, possible, but stick it into your plan. Just do it. And I will not advise you to play more than 3 or 4 tables, because maybe you will get action on a lot of tables, and without knowing, you're gonna lose your bankroll, what you kinda had an point. I will not lose more than 4 buy-ins, but if you're playing like 20 tables, you're gonna lose your 4 buy-ins maybe very quickly, even putting like every time making every time a good decision, putting your money in a good spot, but losing. So when you're using that kind of aggressive bankroll management, I will stick to 1 to 3 tables, maybe not even 4, but 1 to 3 tables, and will not play a lot. I will more play the time I feel good, like, hey, I don't care, I have no tilt issues right now, I will not get disturbed, and I don't care if I even get disturbed. So you have to choose a real good period by doing that. Second thing to consider is to play a low variance game. So let's say if I'm playing like 20 buy-ins of 10 I will have $200. I will open like 3 tables. I'm gonna play low variance, and low variance means like it's a good tight ABC poker, but tight. And tight means like you're not trying to bluff. You will never try to bluff. You will never try to make a hero call, even if his bet on the river doesn't make any sense. So you will not try to make this kind of hero calls. And you're not sticking 100 big blind stack pre-flop with ace king if you get too much resistance. This kinda, and if you were value betting your aces on some bot textures, which wasn't real dangerous, and then somebody raised you on the turn, like check raised you, you have to re-evaluate your hand and maybe even make a tie fold. So this is very important to build your bankroll very fast. Using a real aggressive bankroll management is just to avoiding a high variance game, playing a low variance game, and try to make some money. But stick to your plan. Do not, like, if you have some tilt issues, the best way to avoid that is just to say, so, well, you know that let's say you say I don't want to lose that. If I lose 30 bucks, I'm gonna down. If I win 50 bucks, I'm going up. When you're sitting on the table, you have to like accept before you even start to play. Accept you can lose that 30 bucks. If you accept that, like emotionally accept that you can lose this, then the only thing you will care about is to make a good decisions. You will not play scare money. You will not play like, hey, I don't know what to do here. I don't want to lose money or something. You just forget it. You already accept you lost that money. So the only thing you will do is you will concentrate on making good decisions. So that the second thing to do. So low variance game, discipline. And yeah, you really have a knowledge about what is the ABC poker, tight ABC poker game, especially in ABC poker today, not like 5 or 10 years ago, but today. The best way to understand that is to read a book. I was surprised that nobody ever told me about this book, but I was really surprised about the content of that book. Book is from Andrew Beluga guy. He's playing online high stakes games right now, but he wrote 2 books, Easy Game. It's the name of the books, and Easy Name Part 1. It's about ABC poker. What is a good ABC poker today? Not like 5 years ago, but today. Second book he wrote, but you might not read it right now because it includes a lot of high variance game. But second book is about how to adjust your play. Like, okay, you know what ABC poker game is, but how you would like to adjust it right now because you have some theory info on other guys. So in order to use this bankroll management, aggressive bankroll, you really need to know what's good ABC poker today. Another thing to consider is the game you're gonna play, the way you're gonna what kind of game you're gonna play to use that aggressive bankroll management. Do you gonna play cash games? Gonna play cash games, regular tables, cash game Zoom, or sit and goes? Well, it's not like mandatory. You have to play cash game Zoom or sit and goes. It's more about using an aggressive bankroll management, stick to your plan, not overdo things, and playing tight, like not 90% of times, but 100% of the times, and just not to have like tilt issues and like, okay, if I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose. I don't care. Just accept losing before you even start to play. That helps a lot. Really, for your mindset, it helps a lot. I think I covered all the things I wanted to tell you. Yeah, another thing to consider is when you're gonna move up in stakes so quickly, you're gonna earn some VPPs like this. Oh yeah, about me yesterday, I started with $100 and I was playing limit games, and now like up like $232. I played like whole day, and I started 10 or 20 cent level blind games, and in the evening I was playing $1, $2 blind. So I was up pretty quick, but I had a good run too. I have to admit that I had a good run. So, but I used that. That's the important thing. I had a good run, and I used that. So, yes, I was talking about FPPs. FPPs, you're gonna earn much. FPPs, I already used it yesterday. And what you can do, what I'm doing with these FPPs is using these FPPs for some satellites. And I like to play like 70 FPP satellite, because you can earn you're playing 6 max game hyper, like starting chips 500 and starting level 2550. There are already entities, and it's real actually it's really fast, but it's also real soft. Most of the people playing real bad. They don't understand ranges. They don't understand what the stack sizes means and whatever. So you will always have an edge in this game if you're playing good. And what you can do is you're gonna, if you like become first or second, you're gonna earn the entry to $3.30 MTT. You can play that, of course, but what I do is I'm registering. I'm not playing this game. I just saving that $3.30 tournament money in some other seating goals tournaments, like for exception, some example like this, like 18 players if 350. Yeah, it's like 20 cents more, but whatever. We're not arguing about like 20 cents. But if you like made first or second place, you'll earn like 22 or 70 bucks more. So it's like using only 70 FPs, you can win like 22 16 bucks free. It's a real advantage, and gonna move your bankroll there very quick if you're gonna play. You can also like spare the 330, like 3 of these levels, and you can play even higher games like 7 bucks, and you can, let's see, 18 players again, and the first prize, like, it's almost like 50 bucks. So earning, you can use that earnings at 70 FPs to make 50 bucks very quick. And second thing to consider is like VIP store rewards. I'm talking now about PokerStars, but I think even if you played some other room, you can do something with the points you're earning, so you can probably trade it for money or trade it for some tournaments. But I'm talking now about PokerStars. They have a VIP store resort reward, so my next reward is 50 bucks. So if I earn like 2,000 FPPs more, I'm gonna like earn 50 bucks. It's free, so we're all like free money, and gonna help us to boost our bankroll. So this is the stuff I would like to talk about you today. Just let me know what you think about it. Do you like it? Why do you like it? Why you don't like it? Where you think I'm right? Where you disagree with me? Just let me know, and we can talk about it. You can also watch some videos on YouTube. The two players, top poker pros, did it the same way actually. Xflix, Felix Schneider, the German poker pro, he put up grinded up videos when he like started with 80 bucks and made it like 8,000 by moving up very quickly using an aggressive bankroll management. And he did it like in 100 days, or even a little bit more than 100 days, but whatever, we don't need to 8k. We can also be happy with 3k, so we can do it like in maybe even in 1 month. And also, so he mainly game was Zoom poker on PokerStars. I can also watch a video of other poker pro. I forgot his name, but his videos they called running it up, and he was playing sit and goes 6 max. So you can find it on YouTube, run it up, and he made like live. He was playing live all his tournaments, sit and goals. He just showed you how he moved very quickly using a real aggressive backroom management. When he had only 40 bucks, he just invested 10 bucks in the tournament and won it. So it includes a good run too, but it's also you can learn like, hey, I have money on a poker account. It's not my money. I already lost it. when I put the money on poker account, I already lost it. They are not money anymore. They are chips. I'm gonna use. I'm gonna try to invest to win more chips, and maybe occasionally like playing a lot and moving up very quickly. Then I can make money like 5,000, 10,000. I'll say it's money, and then you can choose. Well, I have 5K now. I'm out the microstakes. Now I'm gonna play some good games every day. I'm gonna specialize on that, and I might even when you're playing like a little bigger games than the microstakes, you don't have to put a lot of value on that because you can only play like 2 or 3 hours in a day and make enough money to go out, to do something with that money, to buy stuff or something. When you play microstakes, you have to put more hours to make some money to do something with. So it's very important today is to just to go out of microstakes very quickly. And this is, guys, the way really a lot of people did it. They showed it on YouTube. It's possible. So I believe in that. I'm going to try it myself, and I'm going to let you know how I do that. So I try to post my videos daily. I'm not promising that, but I will just tell you that. Yesterday I played the limit game, but from now on I'm gonna play Zoom game because it's kind of my main game. I played Zoom for a long time. I have a lot of notes on a lot of players. You can all see all these colors I'm using. So I'm gonna use it, of course. And now I have like 32 bucks. If I achieve 364, I'm gonna take a shot to 16 NL. And if I'm gonna drop down to 300, I'm gonna go back to 10 NL. And if I lose 10 stacks of 10 NL, like 100 bucks, and I will have only 200. I'm gonna go back to 5 and 0. I'm gonna play like 10 and 0 till I lose my bankroll to 150. But it's more about how I feel at that moment. Do I want to lose more, or do I have some bad taste in my mouth of losing sessions? So that's the consideration I would have. But so I'm gonna use this real aggressive bankroll management. The only thing I'm not sure about it, how far I will go. Do I stop like $1, $2, 200 NL games, or would I try like 500 NL, 205? I'm probably not to try to use it because this game is really high variance game. And actually, I want to avoid it. All these players are playing, most of them are really, really good. Like, if you see the entries, they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people who are playing only one table, and all other players playing like 2, 3, and 4. So there are more good players than the bad ones. And if you just compare with 200 NL, you see people who playing a lot of one tabling, so a lot of one table zoom, so there are a lot of bad plays in between. So, and this is also consideration for your aggressive bankroll management approach. If you let's say I told you today, so I'm gonna, if I reach 364, I'm gonna play 16 NL. Well, if I only can drop down by 4 stacks, like 4 by 8, I'm gonna choose to play only 2 tables because I want to decrease the variance, and I'd like to concentrate more, because if you're playing more tables, you will not concentrate enough, you're gonna make mistakes and blah 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 blah, and that's what I want to avoid. So yeah, this is my plan. I'm gonna do it. And another good advantage of moving up very quickly is that other players will not study your game enough to build a strategy against you. Like, I'm talking about this in a good place, of course, not about the feels for the recreational player. He will not even understand what what kind of strategy he has to use against you. But I'm talking about decent players who can make your life miserable by 3-betting, 4-betting you frequently, and this is what this stakes all about. They build their good equilibrium of 3-betting, 4-betting. So if they get you no good, they're gonna use it against you. So this is another advantage for moving on very quickly, because in the beginning when you just start, they're gonna pay off very light because they really don't want to understand you, how you play, what kind of range you play, and etc. etc. So it's kind of another advantage of using an aggressive bankroll manager to move up very quickly. So that's enough for today. Thank you for your attention. Just let me know what you think about it, and I will let you know about my own results. See you next time.